Yo, what's up? We're back with another episode of Change My Mind podcast. It's your boy Dubbo, the host with the toast. Behind the camera, got your boy E-Roll. We got a new guest with us today. We got Bobby Hernandez, aka Bobby Bully. And we got his boy with him, man. What's your name, dog?
Abner Martinez, Martinez Bully.
Hell yeah, Martinez Bullies, man. Fuck yeah, we've been trying to get this together for a couple weeks now. And it's well anticipated, man. I'm glad y'all's here. How you been, bro? How's everything going, man? How's everything feeling?
Everything's been good. Just work and focusing on these dogs and everything and do what we gotta do, you know what I mean? Hosting shows, going to shows, stuff like that. Just taking time out the day.
Give me a little closer to that mic if you could, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Fuck yeah.
Turn it your way if you're just gonna talk, bro.
So, Bobby, man, I've been knowing you for a long time. Yes, sir. So, Bobby, man, I've been knowing you for a long time, bro. Right there's Goody. I know you since we were kids, dog.
Yeah.
Back since elementary, Edison School, man. Right there in the South Side, dog.
Yeah.
Shit. Man, how was the school like, bro? In elementary, man. I know we go way back, bro. Any memories you remember of me, or how was that like, dog?
Bro, we got so many memories. Just kicking it back and back to school, doing, get on top of the school and stuff like that. I mean, kids is being kids.
Getting on the roofs and shit.
Bro, we were troublemakers back then.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Oh, we're in the same grade. I think you were older than me, or we're the same grade. I think you was a grade above me, no?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was a grade above you. But we went from all the way since what? First grade.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, because I still remember my first grade teacher, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who was your first grade teacher?
Miss Eason or something like that, Miss Edson.
Miss, okay. Hell yeah, brother.
She was a Mexican teacher. Her husband used to be a firefighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, brother. Yeah, we came a long way from elementary school, bro. Way back, man. Memory lane and shit since we was kids.
Yeah.
Fucking getting into trouble and shit like that, dog.
That's when we had that's when one of my cousins beat up that little white boy that lived down this box in there.
Oh yeah, who was your little cousin?
Yeah. My cousin Mike
Ariola. Oh yeah, where's he been at? How's he doing?
He's good. Right now he's put up right now, but he should be out here pretty soon.
Oh, he's in?
Yeah.
Okay. For what? What do he do?
I have no idea, brother. They live in Millshoe, so I really don't go that way.
I remember him and his sister. How's his sister doing?
His sisters are good. Both of his sisters are good. We recently lost his brother not too long ago, though.
Oh man, that shit sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, bro. Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, we lost him, but yeah, Michael, he's still doing good. He's still doing him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where'd you go to in junior high?
I went to Highland.
Highland?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's when I was kicking it with Eric and all them. Eric, Devin, both Devins, really.
Yeah.
Jose Calvillo, rest in peace for homie. But that's where we all went to the junior high in there.
Hell yeah, man. That's a badass dog you got here, man. Tell me about your dog.
He's a micro exotic bully. 10 inches, 20-inch head.
That's a beautiful motherfucker. He's a male?
He's a male. He's about 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's 2.5 years old.
What's his name?
Power Moves.
What is it?
Power Moves.
Power Moves?
Yeah, Power Moves. He's hitting.
Power Moves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a couple shows that we hitting with him. We got one in Wichita. We got one in Cruces. And we got one back down in here in Lubbock.
Nice. That's what's up, bro. That's a badass dog, man. What's his bloodline?
His bloodline comes off a little crazy. IB is bait. Versace.
Nice.
Like that beef.
Fuck yeah, brother. You said you were expecting puppies?
Yeah, I got a female at the house that I bred about last month. That I bred to. I bred her to another pocket male. She's a pocket female. She's 13.5 inches tall.
Man, 13.5 inches. Goddamn.
So she's short, bro. And I just ran her last month, so I'm just waiting for confirmation on her to get her. See if she actually does have puppies in her.
Fuck yeah, brother. We'll get more into your dogs here in a minute. But let's keep going on school, dog. Elementary, you and I, Edison,
yeah.
A couple knuckleheads. Then we go, did you ever, I barely seen you in high school. How long did you stay in high school?
I was in high school all the way through 11th grade.
No way.
Yeah. Once 12th grade came around, that's when they sent me to alternative.
Damn. For what? What'd you do?
I was just, bro, all my grades were low. I was missing like 20-something credits.
Damn, I had half a credit in 11th grade. They kicked my ass out. I didn't have a full credit.
Because some classes I was just passing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most classes I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, I get you on that, bro. Hard-headed in a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah,
well,
bro.
me and Eric had a couple classes together. We had science and I think it was history, right?
Probably.
Because we had that a short teacher, Miss McCaff. Bro, we did that teacher so bad.
No way.
Bro, she literally walked out the class, bro, and started crying, and then came back in and yelled at all of us.
Damn, what the fuck y'all do?
Hey, bro, do you remember when they fucking... I forgot who it was. It might have been you, nigga.
What?
Somebody got an octopus, because you know how we were dissecting shit?
Oh, that was Daniel.
Was it Daniel?
Yeah.
That nigga got that shit and threw it in the corner of the class, bro, like...
Daniel Garcia?
Nah, it was I forgot his last name, bro, but he was like a little cholo dude.
Oh, Davila.
There you go, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that threw it up there, cause like where the teacher sat, she had this cubby behind her that was pretty tall.
Yeah.
And this dude, we were dissecting the octopus, and we threw it up there, bro.
Dissecting the octopus. I ain't never got to do that shit.
We didn't either, but
That's the first and last time.
We still managed to throw it
And
up
it just
there.
stuck up there?
It's not like it stayed on top of the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever found it.
Damn, probably started smelling and
It's like,
shit.
you know, the cabinets, bro, and then there's a little space where you can't see. You know what I mean? Between the fucking ceiling and the cabinet.
Started smelling like Chinese food and that
Bro, and then he showed up with some beers in the backpack, bro. We started drinking in class.
shit. No way.
I'm telling you, bro,
Some beers?
that teacher, bro, we hurt that teacher's feelings bad, bro.
Nah.
That's how bad we were.
That's
That
fucked
was
up.
in, what, 10th time, junior?
Did you ever go to Houston Junior High? Shit, man. Your story reminded me of one time in Houston Junior High. This her home ec teacher name is Frizz. My bad, Miss Frizz. But she stepped out the classroom to take a phone call. Everybody fucking grabbed her cup, nigga. All threw nuggies in there. Everybody like 6-7 motherfuckers, bro. Came back in the classroom, nigga. She started sipping that shit. We started laughing, and she's like, she looked around like, the fuck y'all laughing at? Fucked up. The way we did teachers, man, was terrible.
She got
Bro, she was bound to quit already, bro.
Man.
Our science teacher, I'm telling you, I'm talking about, I'm short, bro. I'm 5'6".
Yeah.
I'm talking about this teacher, like, at least 5.
Man.
That's how short she was, bro. And, man, at the end of the day, to me, I felt bad, but I mean, we did it because we were just kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I know how it is. Well, that's terrible, man. Fucking, do you remember the day you got kicked out?
I got kicked out, I think, like the second month in.
Wow. I stayed like...
The end of the first 9 weeks, bro. I got kicked out of alternatives first time.
I think I got kicked out like the last month of school. I think it was the last week of school.
Hey, they did me the same way, too, but that was back in 9th grade, though.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
That's when I first got my tattoos done.
Hating on it.
Yeah, it was, but I didn't have portraits. I had names, and they were like, you got to put Band-Aids on them. If you don't, then we're going to have to send you home.
Man.
Bro, I was like, hell no, these are fresh, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hell no. So I didn't listen, and I think we had a month left. They expelled me for the rest of the month.
That's fucked up.
And then I still had to go back on the last day of school just to take the damn SATs, bro.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I was like, y'all kick me out, and then y'all want me to come back to take the SATs.
Yeah.
Ain't no point in that, bro. You ain't learning.
Fuck yeah, brother. So what, nowadays, man, you're married now?
Yeah, married.
Do you sign the papers, all that good shit?
All of it.
Hell yeah. How long you been married, man?
We've been married 10 years.
10
no,
years.
going on 10 years.
And you have a daughter?
No, I got
I got
5 kids.
Yes, but your oldest is how old?
My oldest is 14.
I remember in school, you always had a kid in school.
I did.
I mean, like, high school. I remember in high school, you had like expecting a baby or something.
Nah.
Am I wrong or right?
Nah, I wasn't expecting no baby in
No?
high school, bro.
Okay, I guess
Nah.
I'm mistaken.
Nah, I met my wife. I met her the last couple months of junior high.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. See, because my wife's older than me.
Uh huh.
She's 32. I'm 28.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she had a pre-started family basically just her and my oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I raised her since she was 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because some people, they trip out. How old is your oldest? 14? Dang, you had her at 13?
Okay, because my lady said she went to school with y'all.
Yeah, she did go to school with us.
She said she had classes with both of y'all.
With who?
My wife said that she knew both of y'all and she went to school with y'all. I didn't get most of the details, but she said she knew y'all from school.
Yeah, we went to school. She was in Highland with us.
Okay.
Yeah, I had her in my English class.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had English, and then right next door we had math.
Fuck yeah.
But we had English together. And I think history too, but if I'm not mistaken.
10 years is a long time, bro. So you're basically with your school sweetheart, huh?
Nah, like I said, she was 21 when I met her. I was only 17.
Uh-huh.
When I got my wife. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
That's cool.
So the last couple months of junior high is when I got with her.
Yeah.
And we just took off from there, bro. I was still in school. I was still going to alternative and everything. She was with me.
Yeah.
We had our own place and everything, and we, like I said, they kicked me out once. My mom had to come and sign me back in. They kicked me out again. I just never went back.
Yeah.
I just took off and started working.
Shit, who needs school anyways?
Bro, you don't learn nothing?
For real.
Tell me a day that you use science or you use English.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Not a day in my life.
It's mostly math.
Hey, math is the most important subject in school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you work, you get out of school to go to work, and you gotta know how many hours you put in, how much they're taking out, how much you're gonna get back, stuff like that.
Right. Fuck yeah, brother. Hell yeah, man. 10 years is a long time, bro. You got any advice for people about to get married, barely finding they love and shit? Any game you give these youngins?
I mean, just find the right one. You know what I mean? I mean, not every person is a bad person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, I mean, to me, I feel like, everybody that was my age was still in a different mindset than an older person.
Right.
Not saying all older persons are in the right mindset.
Yes, sir. I feel you on that, man.
But I happen to meet, like I said, I happen to meet my wife while I was still in high school. I was 17. She was 20. She was 21. You know what I mean? I'm 28 right now. I've been with her going on 12, 13 years. My daughter's 14. I met her when she was 3.
Ah. Okay, brother. That's what's up, man. 10 years is a good minute, bro. A lot of motherfuckers don't last that long. Even the adults, like grown-ups, people older than us, like, we grown-ups now. But you get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't even make it past 3 years, bro.
No, they don't.
Well, congratulations, man. That's a good long time, bro.
We got our own house and everything, too. So
That's what's up.
everything we got is paid off.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn, it started early, dog.
It's because we got...
Andrews?
Yeah, and Andrews, we got blessed with I mean, it's not a home, but it's the double wide.
Yeah.
But we got blessed with it, you know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, bro.
A friend of her family on her side, they blessed us with that trailer. They sold us that trailer. We fixed it up little by little, did what we had to do. Every car, all the cars I have besides the one I'm driving right now, they're all owned.
Damn, that's what's up, dog. That's like, a lot of motherfuckers don't get to that till later on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm renting right now. This ain't my place.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to have something you own and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's good shit, bro. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, and that's what I tell most of these young cats around me. They come around, that's kicking with me and stuff like that are younger than me. I know I'm young myself, but if you're 20, 21, whatever, it's always good to start building your credit and leaning towards trying to get into financing a home and stuff like that.
Do you have good credit?
In reality, I really know, bro.
You don't even know, but you probably do.
I really don't check it. Well, it's because the trailer, I bought it cash.
Yeah.
I didn't pre-finance it or nothing. None of my cars, everything I have, I bought it cash.
Yeah. That's what's up, brother.
So my credit, I ain't never pulled nothing out underneath my name or nothing like that. So.
Hell yeah, bro. That's what's up, man. And you live in Andrews, right?
Yeah, I live in Andrews.
How's it like living in Andrews?
It's small. It's just like anybody living in Livingston, really.
Is it growing?
It's growing.
You got new shit, new restaurants, new
restaurants, new houses, new apartments coming up, bro. I mean, it's a small town. You do have to drive to Midland, Odessa, to
do shit.
To actually do something around there.
If you need to go to Walmart, where do you go?
You go to Odessa.
Is it closer than Hobbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because going to Odessa is like 30 minutes. Coming here is like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But I usually come down here because, I mean, everything's cheaper in New Mexico than what it is in Texas.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way. I thought Texas was cheaper.
No, everything big in Texas.
Okay.
So everything expensive in Texas. You know what I mean? Yeah, everything expensive. Every time we go grocery shopping, bro, we take our trip down here every Saturday. Not every Saturday, but if we need to come grocery shopping, whatever, we'll shoot down here.
Fuck yeah, brother. I know you beat Broolies. I know that for sure. We're going to get into that in a minute. But what other side hustles, job applications you got? Like, what else you do, man?
I do a little mechanic work on the side.
Fuck yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? That's just not something I do every day or whatever. Because I do got to tend to my dogs. I do got to take care of them. Make sure that they're doing good and doing healthy. Because, you know, it's a lot to them.
That's important.
Yeah, it's like a kid. It's like a newborn kid. When you have puppies, it's the same thing when you have a kid.
You gotta take care of them, feed them.
Yeah, you
make sure they
get
breathing.
You gotta get up every 2 hours to feed them.
Wow.
You know, you gotta make sure they're using the restroom right.
Damn.
And stuff like that, bro.
Fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah, dog. Shit. So dog breeding, man. What is that like? How did you get into it? What got you started?
Watching everybody that I became friends with on Facebook. Most of these guys were coming out with, you know, with these bullies, American bullies, pocket bullies, standards, classics, you know, like him, micro, exotics, nano, stuff like that.
Fuck
and I've always wanted one myself, and I got in contact with one of my cousins that lives on in between Hobbs and Leamington on Style Road, and I seen he had bought one from one of his friends, and I liked him. And he told me, he was like, "Hey, bro, he has a female up for grabs right now. If you want to grab her." I was like, "All right, I'll go ahead and take her."
Oh yeah, so, for free?
Nah, I bought her out. I paid like $1,500 for her.
No way.
Yeah. So I hit up homeboy. I hit up his homie, and he delivered her to me from Leamington all the way to the Andrews.
Okay.
He took her up there, dropped her off, bro. I gave him half the bread down. You know what I mean?
Pay the rest later?
Yeah, pay the rest later, stuff like that. Once I got done paying her off, I got the paperwork to her. I bred her once, and she gave me a good sized litter. She gave me like 12.
Okay.
But, you know, sometimes in this game right here, you have like some dogs don't make it, some puppies don't make it.
Yeah.
And she ended up laying on 2 of them, so I lost 2, and I left with me with 10. And I mean, this right here is not a get rich quick scheme, bro. It's really not. It takes time. It takes the footwork. It takes networking with other people, promotions, stuff like that. As you've seen on my platform, that's all it is. You know what I mean? I share dog shows. I post my own dog shows. I share my dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man.
And everything takes footwork. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, brother. So just building connections, linking with people. Can you throw some and give me something? That's what's up, bro. Fucking, I seen you posted your dog that died a couple years ago, man.
Yeah, we lost him 2 years ago, bro.
How does it feel growing a dog and then just losing it, man?
Bro, I was. It's like losing somebody close to you.
Yeah.
Like your best friend. You know what I mean? And no matter what, to this day it still hurts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I raised that dog since he was pup. Only a handful of people got to see him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in those pictures in that video, he was only 1.5 years.
Man, what happened? How did he go so early?
I had him in the back. I had him in the backyard outside for a little bit with his mom and his sister, and I ended up leaving him outside because he usually stays inside, but I left him outside that afternoon because it was fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So I left him outside with his mom and sister, and when I got back from Odessa, it was already midnight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got back, he was already stiff.
Do you know what the cause of death was?
I don't know if something bit him or what happened. I mean,
he was just laid out.
Yeah, he was just laid out like he does.
Was it a hot summer day, winter time?
No, it was nice and cool.
Man,
it was back in June. It was around this time last 2 years ago. But it was a little bit fresher. It wasn't too hot. You know what I mean?
I know a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of hating ass motherfuckers go around poisoning dogs.
Yeah.
I know that shit happens, man. You don't think that was a cause or
I mean, it could possibly be, but then at the same time, if you think about it, if that was, somebody was to poison him, they would have hit his sister and his mom.
Right.
But I still have his sister and his mom, and I lost him, so I'm expecting something, spider or something bit him, not knowing what did.
Right.
Bro, when I got home, I was devastated, bro.
That's fucked up, man. I can only imagine. I had dogs before in the past and shit like that, but I never bred. You know what I'm saying? And when my dogs passed and stuff like that, even when they ran away from a little bit, I was bummed out. So I can only imagine what you went through, bro.
Yeah, bro, I was so heartbroken. I loaded them up behind my truck, and I was gonna take them out to my in-laws' house and bury them. But in my mind, I was like, nah, I can't do that. You know what I mean? I raised this dog.
Yeah.
I made him to what he is now.
Where'd you bury him at?
I didn't. I got him cremated.
Ooh wee!
I got him cremated at the house. I
Nice.
got his little box. They gave me a little poster for him with his name on it, his paws on it. Inside his box, I got his ashes, and I got they cut his hair, so I got that too.
Nice, man. That's love.
Yeah, so I got him cremated right away. It took me a minute because I didn't know where to go, and luckily my wife looked around, and there's this lady that does it there in Andrews. She don't do big animals, but she'll do like dogs, cats.
Oh, no way. So you knew the person like that, or
No, I didn't know
connections?
her. No, I didn't know her. My wife was just looking around.
Okay.
And
right there in Andrews.
Yeah, right there in Andrews, she does cremations for small dogs, for family pets.
Shit, you never know. She probably do a whole human body for the low.
I don't know. That her warehouse is pretty big.
Her husband missing?
Nah, her husband's still with her. He's still with her, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he is I took him. She charged me. I think she charged me like $350, $400 just to cremate him.
Man, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Oh, how much?
Like $350, $400.
That's not bad.
It's not.
That's not bad at all, bro.
And as soon as I found her, I took him and I spoke with her and I told her what was going on and everything. So, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll cremate him for you."
Damn, that's what's up, man. One thing I do admire, bro. One thing I thought it was really cool, man. The name of your bully shit, Hobbs Made Bullies. That's what's up, bro. I would say how'd you get that name, but I think I already know. Did everything start here in Hobbs and then move to Andrews, or it started all over there?
No, it started all over there. See, it started when I first got the main female that I have. When I got in connection with my cousin,
right?
Me and him started a kennel, and it was called Illegal Amigo Bullies.
Okay.
So we started that, and then from there, we just drifted off. I mean, I still talk to my cousin, still chit chat with him, and stuff like that. But we just drifted off, and I started making my own. And I mean, the only way to best represent myself and where I'm from is making Hobbs Made Bullies.
Hobbs Made Bully, baby. I fuck with that name tough, bro. Did you ever have bullies as a kid growing up, or just pit bulls and shit?
It was always game dogs, pit bulls, red nose, blue nose.
Right, that's what it was back in the day.
That's what it was.
Red nose, blue nose, fucking.
You ain't never seen nobody walk around with no bully.
Back then, huh?
Yeah, back then
it was rare.
It was game dogs, bro. Red nose, blue nose, brindles, white dogs, stuff like that. And I've been around them for so long because my uncle had them.
Yeah.
My uncle he's always had dogs. He's always bred them and stuff like that. And then he went from having pit bulls to having canines. Then he left the canines alone and went back to the pit bulls.
Man.
And then after that, he just left it all alone. You know what I mean?
Shit, out of experience of your dog game and all your knowledge with the dogs, bro, what is the best dog?
The best dog, I mean, for like as in these dogs right here, the one I have right now, he's a micro exotic. He's a little bit more delicate because they can't stand the real high heat running like 90 degrees and 80 degrees and above.
Get heat stroke and shit.
Yeah,
it's real easy, right?
He'll get a heat stroke. He'll roll over. That's it. So you got to take a little bit more care of them.
Wow.
As in my females, they're pocket size. So it's basically just like a regular pit bull. You can have them outside. They can run around, stuff like that. He runs. He does dog stuff too, but it's more delicate than my other ones.
Right.
Like right now, I got another one that's a chocolate male, and he's at the house. He's at the house right now, but he's inside.
How many dogs do you have?
I got 4.
You got 4.
Well, I got 4 at my house, and then I got one with the homie right here.
That's what's up.
I got one at his house.
That's what's up.
And he's helping me out with him. We're training him to be to get ready for the shows.
That's what's up, brother. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna take a leak. Okay, man. So you're talking about your dog's health. They're real sensitive. Heat stress will kill them. Where were you at? You just out of town, came home, and that's it, or what?
On what?
When your dog passed?
We were in Odessa.
Oh, you're in Odessa?
Yeah, we were in Odessa. We took off to the bowling alley down there. It was me, my wife, and my kids, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and one of my brother-in-laws and his girl. And we took off down there, and we went, went out to eat, went out to bowl and stuff like that as a family.
Yeah.
So when I got back home, it was already midnight.
Yeah.
And that was on a Sunday, bro. I had to work we had to work the next day.
Man. Fuck, bro. That's a bummer, bro. That's a real bummer. You got any advice for these young niggas trying to get their business going and trying to get their breeding shit right? You got anything free game for the little niggas?
I mean, for anybody trying to get into the dog game, I mean, of course these are more delicate. The exotics, as you can tell, his muzzle's pushed in.
Yes.
You've seen it on a bulldog and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's originated from down to make them smaller like this. You know what I mean? It's the reason why he breathes like that. He breathes heavy. They're a little bit more delicate, so in the heat they can't stand the heat that long. They can just go outside, use the restroom, whatever, do what they're gonna do, and then run it back inside.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got another chocolate one that's at the house, but he's inside right now. He's been inside since I left the house.
Man, I get it. You ain't trying to let that shit happen again, right? So he's by himself right now. You got somebody watching him.
No, he's inside the house by himself. Cause I don't stay down here. When I come to visit, I
handle business.
I handle business. And
come back home.
Yeah, shoot right back.
I get it, bro. I get it, man. What are the pros and cons, the good and bad, to coming out this bully game?
No, I mean, the good thing, is if you got to do it for what you want, what you believe in. You know what I mean? For the love of like me, I do it for the love of the dog.
Yeah.
I've always been a dog lover. Always, being around my uncles, having game dogs and stuff like that. My grandparents owning Rottweilers and stuff. See, I've always been around them.
That's the thing, bro. And I appreciate you having love for this shit. Cause there's some motherfuckers out there who do it purely for the money.
Oh yeah.
They do it purely for the money. They mistreat their dogs, and they just breed them trying to get money out for that shit, man. It's animal abuse. You know what I'm saying? It's a dog kennel. It's a dog prison.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's fucked up, bro. So I appreciate you really showing love and doing your thing for these dogs, man.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if it was just for the money, bro, I wouldn't have so many dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got 5 dogs. I mean, there's more people that got up to 20, 30 dogs. You know what I mean? Name brand dogs, making money off it. And they can sit there and lie to you and say, oh, it's not for the money, it's for the dog. No.
Have you ever seen some shit? You ever go to somebody's canton?
Nah.
Seen dogs abused or anything?
I've never been to anybody's house, bro. Only go to the dog shows, and I go out to dog shows because I love it. You know what I mean? I like to be inside the ring, showing the dogs, networking with the people around, seeing the bloodlines that they got, see what it can do for me and my program on trying to build something better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good shit.
And see, like that one that passed away 2 years ago, he had it all. He had everything that I ever wanted.
Man.
And I had him. I had bred with my cousin down here. My female came in heat, so I sent her down here. And I had the homie run a couple of AIs on her.
Okay.
So there's different ways you can breed a dog. You can breed them regular.
What's an AI?
AI, artificial insemination.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can run an AI, or you can take them to the vet and do a surgical AI, which is the same thing, surgical artificial insemination. And then you got the regular dog tie. You know what I mean? Let the dogs do their business.
Hell yeah, man. Well, it's summertime right now. The heat's fucking real tough and shit. That's when the fleas and ticks come out and shit like that, bro. How do you keep your dog so nice without the fleas and ticks getting on them? What's your secret, man?
I don't use anything.
You keep them in.
I keep them inside. So like, for them to eat and drink, I mean they have water inside, but for them to eat, I leave them outside. But that's only in the afternoons. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot more cooler, it's a lot more fresher for them, especially for him, as small as he is. Like my other females, they're a lot bigger.
Right.
You know, they're pocket size, so they can handle the heat just like a normal pit bull, a normal Rottweiler, and stuff like that. So they can actually be outside. But them, I have them in a kennel with a good sized doghouse, and then at that with a fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Me, I don't have much experience on bullies and dogs like that, man. I'm a little allergic, right? But not that much, right? But do you ever come out with aggressive dogs?
No, I don't. No, these dogs, their temperament is amazing.
The homie's not in his head over here.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I got some aggressive dogs.
Because it's rare when you see an aggressive bully.
Well, in their nature, it's rare.
It's rare.
It's rare in their bloodline.
How you get that, from inbreeding or what?
That just depends on the person, bro. Really, bullies are when they started making, breeding and creating the bullies, they're trying to create a better version of the American Pit Bull.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
How they treat them too. Sometimes they just there just for, like you said, money, just for money, but family's a whole different deal.
Hell yeah, bro. So in this bully game, my nigga, I know it has its ups and downs and shit like that, but I'm pretty sure the money's good. Is the money good?
The money's good. It just depends on what you're pricing it at. You know what I mean?
If I was to get a dog from you right now, what would you charge me?
$1,000.
$1,000,
and that's cheap to anybody.
Man, go get my wallet.
You know, you know what I mean?
No, but damn near.
But that's cheap. You know what I mean?
That's cheap. That's cheap.
Speaking for him, bro, he ran 6,000. His size and the way he is with his bloodline, he can run from 6,000 to 10 to 15,000. The smaller you go, they're charging you 15 to 25.
Okay.
You know, but you like I said, you got different classes. You got XLs, you got classics, standards, pockets, exotics, micros, donos. Now you got Frenchies, for the French bulldogs and stuff like that. And those, you get the same thing.
Okay, so I know you got a show August 9th, am I correct?
Yeah, August 9th.
Andrews, Texas.
Andrews.
Can you tell me the address and the arena?
The address to the arena, I'm not real familiar with the address.
Is it on the flyer?
Let me get my fact checker here. I got my fact checker here.
Yeah, it's on the flyer. Should be on the flyer.
Okay, man.
I think it's 1441 West.
Yeah, for the audience, for the people listening, let's get the address, the arena. What is it, E-Dog?
The Ace Arena is 1441 East Street, 1441 Texas 176.
Hell yeah. Y'all heard that, boys and girls. Y'all better be there. That's for sure. Bullies After Dark. Double TCBR. Sanction Show. A bully creating fun show. August 9th, 2025. Ace Arena. 1441 East Street. 1441 Texas. 176 Andrews, Texas. Doors open at 3 p.m. Show starts at 5 p.m. Admission, $20 per person. $10 per dog. Kids get in for free under 12. If you got any fucking questions, hit up Bully Bobby, a.k.a. Bobby Hernandez, at 575-605-8243. We gonna be there. I hope y'all be there. It's gonna be a good show. Homie here is gonna be there, I'm pretty sure. And he's gonna have his dogs there as well.
Yeah, he's gonna be there.
So y'all stay tuned and please be there. We gonna be there. That's what's up, brother. How many shows and competitions have you been to, man? And what's the places you got at?
See, I've started back, and I've been doing this for 5 years in the bully game since 2020, bro. That's when I first got that older female that I have. I barely got her, and I've done this for 5 years. I've done meet and greets and fun shows in Andrews for the past 4 years. This is my first ever sanctioned. My first ever double sanction show with a Bully Creations fun show. I got that going on. I got a dude from Dallas. I got a couple guys from Dallas that are coming out. One's called Blake Ashmore. He's coming out for the Stack League. I got Anthony Elsway coming out with Best Mega Line. You know what I mean? And I just got got a group of people coming out. I got a couple MCs that are coming out. One's from La Mesa, Leroy Trevino, and then I got Aztec Junior coming out as well for MC.
So, what is the what's the prize? What is the baddest bully get? What's the winner receive at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, for a sanctioned show, bro, they're competing to gain points. Okay, you gotta win first place to gain points to your dog, and with them points, it'll move him up in the chart to becoming a champion or grand champion.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
A champion or a grand champion?
Yeah.
What is a grand champion? Somebody that wins plenty of times?
Yeah, somebody that's been in the ring. He's been doing it. You know, he's been putting the work in and putting in the footwork and stuff like that in the ring and always showing out.
That's what's up, brother. How many grand champions do you know?
I know Grand Champion Blue, Grand Champion Chaos, Grand Champion Dax, Mr. Magoo, Mr. Bean, you know, Graham Bram. I know some more about the Pakistan's exotics. You know what I mean?
Up? Grand champions.
Then you got Mr. Miyagi, IBS Bait, you got Beef, Bozak, Versace, you got Crown, just different bloodlines.
Nice. That's what's up, brother. Okay, I know you live in Andrews, Texas. That's West Texas for the people that don't know. Why Andrews? What made you move there? How did that come about?
I just wasn't trying to move too far. I mean, having my family down here, I didn't want to.
Right in the middle.
Right, I just want right in the
sweet
middle.
Spot.
Yeah, cause I can go to Lubbock. That's an hour drive. Come to Haas, that's an hour drive. I go to Odessa, Midland, 30 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle.
What's up, brother? That's what's up. Andrews, Texas, man. Is there a big bully? How can I say it? A big bully scene out there?
In West Texas, there is. So you got Andrews, you got La Mesa, you got Odessa, you got Midland. You got Monahans, as well too, and you got a couple other little towns around.
So it's popping with the bully shit.
Yeah, Lubbock has them, Amarillo has them, Brownfield has them, and then once you start moving up, you got Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, the 956 area, all that down there too.
That's what's up, brother.
There's some down here too. There's a couple guys down here that have some in Lovington as well.
That's what's up, brother. I know in any business, there's always some shade, some competition. People trying to throw each other down. Like in the bully scene, is there people hating? People trying to pull each other down and be like, "Oh, don't buy their dogs, buy my dogs," or is it love?
No, it's always competition. You know what I mean? Always. It don't matter what business you get in. There's always going to be a competition.
You're damn right.
Somewhere, you know what I mean? Somebody can sit there and say, "Oh, my dog looks better than his," and this and that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what the show ring's for.
Yeah.
That's
damn right.
That's why they do the show rings. That's why they do the stack tables and stuff like that. Hey,
that's right.
If your dog can stack up and put them on the table, if he's gonna show out for you, hey, put him in the ring.
Right here in this podcast, we don't name drop on a negative light, but I'm damn sure a couple motherfuckers you can name right now that be hating, right?
I know a couple, bro, but I just I just worry about myself and do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not here to make a get rich scheme with these dogs. Nah, I'm in it for the love of the breed, and
you got passion for this shit. That's what's up, man.
Because if it was just like that, bro, like I said, I wouldn't even started with a female. I would have been pushing the males that I have and getting them out there and stuff like that. But
what do you mean by that? You would have started with a male instead of a female. Why is a male a little different from a female?
Because the male is what brings you. I mean, on both sides, it brings you the money. You know what I mean? But it's always better to have a male because you can stud them out easier.
Right.
As into a female, you have to wait, 3 months, 6 months, sometimes a year for them to come into heat. Then you got to spend money for the stud, but at the same time, everything that you spent on that dog to use them, you're gonna gain it back with one dog.
Mm-hmm.
So say the female drops the litter of 6 and you paid $1,500 for a stud fee.
Right.
You're gonna make $1,500 back with one dog.
Right.
So everything after that, one dog is just beneficiary to you. It's just extra.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you already, and then with that money, you just go buy your own stud and create your own bloodline.
Right.
And start doing the same thing.
You ever created your own bloodline?
Yeah, I got the female that I bred. She's off of my bloodline.
Oh yeah, what's your bloodline name? You got a name for it?
No, the mom. She's off of Grand Champion Chaos with a female off of named Envy. But what they call it is how I bought her, and my cousin bought the male, and we ran that together. So the pup becomes my production.
Nice.
It's not somebody else's. It's something that I created with my vision.
So you haven't named what you have yet, or you're just gonna run it off of what the bloodline was?
I just go based off what the bloodline is.
It's better like that, right? So people could recognize it.
Yeah, I mean it is, but I mean, like I said, if you got things to show for it, so I bred the female, my young female right now. I bred the daughter. So with her breeding her with the homies, she has a bloodline behind her, but it's still gonna be my production. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, this dog game is crazy, man. And like we said, it went from pit bulls to bullies, and now it's like becoming a Frenchie thing.
Mm-hmm.
You ever thought about investing in Frenchies and start breeding those as well, or you just don't want nothing to do with that?
No, Frenchies are nice. I met a couple guys that wanted to buy sell me Frenchies, but I mean the price is different from them.
It's a little higher, right?
Yeah, it's a little higher. Bro,
How much higher?
You're looking at about 15 to 30,000 for a Frenchie, depending on where you get it and who you get it from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, me putting in, you know, the footwork, going to the shows, stuff like that. You meet a lot of great people.
They be at the bully shows as well. Is that correct?
Huh?
You'll see some Frenchies at the bully shows too.
Yeah, you got Frenchies, you got every class you can think of on the bully side.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got XLs, standards, pockets, classics, micros, exotics, Frenchies. You got on your Frenchies, you got extreme, mini, fluffies, big ropes, Merles, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also got the English Bulldog going out.
Oh, they appear too, right?
The EBs are coming out too.
How
just like back in the day when everybody had an EB, you know what I mean? They're small.
English
like
Bulldog.
Him. Yeah. So that's where the exotic came from.
Okay, if I was to give you to make a bully, explain to the people that don't know how do you make a bully and the different varieties from the XL to the micros to explain how that comes about.
That comes about different heights. So you got a height measurement, which is their withers, basically the top of their shoulders on their back.
How do you make a bully?
They'd say they originated from the pit bulls.
You
know, they just ran it with the English Bulldogs. They ran a pit bull to a bulldog, made it smaller, made it more beefier and stuff like that, and it shows. You know what I mean? Like I said, his nose is pushed back just like a bulldog.
Right.
You know, and every bulldog from here to and back then, all bulldogs had their noses up to their face.
So I know I remember when I was a kid, man. Me and the homies would argue on how a pit bull was made. And a pit bull, correct me if I'm wrong, you probably know better than me, I'm sure. But to make a pit bull, it's a pit terrier with a bulldog.
Yeah.
And then to make a bully, it's a pit bull with a bulldog.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's two different type of bulldogs, right? There's the English and American bulldog, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So to make a bully, it will be the pit bull with the English or the pit bull with the American bulldog.
Well, depending on what height you're trying to get. If you're trying to get something like him, it's the bulldog, the small.
The English.
Yeah.
Cause I seen motherfuckers breed a pit bull with American bulldog, and them motherfuckers ugly in the bitch. But that's just me. I don't know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It took years to
perfect it.
You know, there's a guy that everybody looked up to, and when you know, back then, like we said, it was American pit bulls. So you had razor's edge, gaudy lines, and stuff like that. You know, and it originated from a guy named Ed Shepard.
Right.
He owned a dog named Dax. he was a grand champion in the show ring. He was down in Cali. He lived down in Cali, and that guy he had a lot of productions, off his Gotti line, and he just produced nothing but Gotti lines.
What was that guy's name, bro?
Who? Ed Shepherd.
Ed Shepherd.
Yeah, he's passed away. He's been gone, and his dog's been gone, but his wife still.
When was his year run? Like when this fool start doing things?
Back in, shoot, I don't know. I really.
But you know where it started from.
Yeah, because I've done my homework on these pockets, and it's more what I'm more into than these exotics. You know what I mean? And like I said, Ed Shepherd, he created something.
Ed Shepherd, he's a white man.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's a white guy. He created something that somebody wanted, everybody wanted. You know what I mean? With the Gotti line.
Right.
What he created was the next best thing. Yes, that's him.
Damn, that's a Gotti right there, ain't it?
Yeah, that's his dog. That's Dax, grand champion Dax. He's Gotti line. He runs.
I got a Thea that look like that dog.
he runs USBR,
Mm-hmm.
which is the United States Bully Registry.
But he's dead and gone now.
Yeah, he's passed away. His wife's still alive. She's still running the registry for him. But it took him. I don't necessarily how long it took him, but it took him a while to get that dog that he has.
Man,
to perfect something that he wanted.
A good 10, 15 years, maybe more or less, give or take.
Give or take, something like that.
All right, I'm going to give a timeout, boy, because I got the bladder of a penguin. So I'm going to piss one more time. Crazy. So Ed Shepherd, he's the godfather of this bully thing.
Yeah, basically for the USBR.
That's what's up, brother. That's what's up, man. That's very interesting, bro. That's always good to find facts like that. I didn't know that. So that's good to know. I didn't know it, man. That's freaking awesome, bro. What else about this bullshit a nigga need to know?
Like I said, it just depends on what you're looking for, bro. What you want to do is you want to create the next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah.
But you want to correct it. You know what I mean? Every dog has its flaws, like every person does.
So this baby here is yours.
Yeah. He's co-owned with my.
You wanna lift him up and just show him off to the camera?
He's co-owned with my wife's uncle.
Who? He's a bad motherfucker, brother. He's a bad motherfucker, man. Yeah. This bully conversation is awesome, bro. And you say you sell him for $1,000 and something like that?
It depends. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm allergic to dogs, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it real. If this was another dog, I'd probably be sneezing, my eyes watery, my shit itching and shit like that. He's not giving me this. He's not giving me an allergic reaction. Is it because it's short coat or what's going on right now?
Well, they have a short. They have their coat is just like any pit bull, any bulldog is short. But the only difference is that he's inside.
Right. He don't got that dust and dirt on him. That's probably why I'm not getting an allergic reaction, man.
Cause he does spend his days out. He does spend days outside.
He eats outside,
he eats outside. He drinks. He runs around with the other dogs that I have at the house as well. He just just because he's small and you look at him like, oh, well, he breathes like that. He can't do nothing. Nah. You see him. He walks. He runs. At the house, he runs. You know what I mean? He follows my females everywhere they go.
Let me bring that mic closer up right there. That's what's up, brother. Fucking. That's what's up, man. That bullshit's cool. At one point, I was thinking about it and shit like that, man, but I don't got the time and all that shit. That's a real business, man. That's a real job.
I mean, to everybody, they look at it like, oh, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But, I mean, it is. But, I mean, bro, I've been doing it for, like I said, I've been doing it for 5 years. You know what I mean? I've done it for 5 years. I've worked on the rigs. I've worked out of town and stuff like that. And
Is it harder?
It gets harder, but the thing is that if you got somebody like me, for me, I got my wife
Mm-hmm.
and I got my oldest daughter.
There's a lot of help on your daughter too.
Yeah, it's a lot of help. You know what I mean? They help me.
Mm-hmm.
They take him outside. They bring him inside when it gets hot, bro. They feed him when I get home late. They feed him and stuff like that. And you know, it's a lot of help for me. And I'm not taking all the credit because I do, bro. There's days that I'll get home early. I'll stay. I'll bring both of them from inside. Take them outside. Let them run around with all the girls while I'm cleaning the kennels, giving them fresh water and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll even wet them down just so they can feel fresh.
That's what's up, brother.
And stuff like that. And you know, there's days that I end up getting home late, and when I get home, and I'll ask my wife, "Have you fed them?" Yeah.
Yeah.
I fed them. Water? Yeah.
Just like the kids and shit, right?
It's
you
just
fed
like
the kids?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just like taking care of a kid.
That's
You know what I
up,
mean?
brother.
The only thing is that the only difference is they use their business outside.
Right.
A kid can use it inside. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just like having a kid. And you know, and since I moved to Andrews, bro, I've always been in the oil field.
Yeah.
I've been in the oil field since I moved over there.
Right.
And that's, you know, I was working on as a swamper on the big trucks, the winch trucks. I was doing the rigs. I did the rigs for 2.5 years.
The pulling units or the drilling rigs?
No, the pulling units. I was doing plugging and abandonment.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's fun.
And that's what I'm saying. I did a whole year down here in New Mexico.
I was a derrick man for like 4 years.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I did 2.5.
It's derricks?
As a derrick.
What was that like?
I loved it.
Me too.
Like me at first, I've always been scared of heights.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But to get over that fear is to face your fears, like they say. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So for me to get over my fears, I started just by going up and flagging the dogs.
Right. Me too.
You
The
know
small
what I mean?
shit.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing about working derricks?
You're by yourself.
Ah.
By yourself.
Right on the button, baby.
Hey, you're by yourself, and then at that, you got the whole view.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
Nothing
mean?
like the sunrise and the sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
man.
by yourself, and then when it's hot and the wind's blowing, you get more fresher because you're up. You're higher. Your elevation's higher.
Yeah,
So,
man. I get it 100%, dog.
And then there's times that we're like working around houses in Midland, where they're building the new houses now.
Yeah.
Bro, I just see everybody's backyard, bro.
In the pool.
And not to say that, like, you know, some people will look at it like, oh, he's a pee-pee Tom or whatever.
No,
you know, nah.
I get you, bro.
You get the whole view when you're up there.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Can I throw some? Give me another one, please, bro. That's what's up, brother.
Just look over the fence a
But
little bit.
yeah, but I loved it, bro.
Me too, man. Me too.
I always took my phone and my headphones up there.
What made you? Me too, man. I got my little Beats Buds in my phone. I was talking to my lady last pipe.
I wouldn't be talking. I was always jamming out.
Yeah. I was sometimes talking to my lady jamming out both, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of jamming out, my nigga, what was the music you listened to when you was a kid?
And mostly rap, bro.
What artist?
Mostly rap. It was anything from 90s to 2000s. You got T.I., you got Little John and all them, you know what I mean? So stuff we grew up to that we were when we started going to the skating ring.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I remember them nights.
You know, where they built the new Texas tires.
Yeah.
Bro, that was a spot back then.
That was a spot. That was a shit. People getting fights.
Yeah.
That was a little dance fucking battles and shit. Thank you, sir.
That was always the spot. I mean, before the skating ring though, it was always the Eagle 7. It was always the movies. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know, get hooked up, go to the movies, whatever, spend time.
Who was your favorite artist back then?
My favorite artist? I don't know.
You don't know? Who's your favorite?
If I had to pick one, bro, I mean, to some people it'll sound weird, but I've always been a fan of Chris Brown.
Oh!
I don't know why, bro. I really don't
Chris
know why.
Breezy, baby. Yeah, he's the man. He's the GOAT.
I don't know. He's just something.
Would you say he's our Michael Jackson or a little better or a little less? Maybe that's too highly spoken of him.
No, that's
too much.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's a pop star.
Yeah.
My favorite.
You know what I mean? Michael Jackson was a pop star. Chris Brown is more of a rapper, R&B singer.
Right.
as two different genres. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's like comparing Mexican music to
Lil Rob or something.
yeah. You know what I mean? It's Spanish. They sing Spanish, both of them, but it's two different.
This is something I ask my guests all the time when you come here. I'm sure you would bump SPM when you was a kid, right?
Always.
Do you still bump him now?
Always.
You still bump SPM?
Always.
No matter what the charges and nothing like that? Because me, man, I changed my mind on his ass.
But the thing is because if you look at it, bro, all these people that are throwing shade and talking bad about him, they say they got the paperwork, they seen the paperwork. Okay, where's it at? Show it. Y'all seen it?
I read it online.
They seen it, but they want everybody to follow their footsteps and not mess with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Juan Gotti.
Yeah.
You know, he spoke about it and stuff like that. That he said that he held his mouth shut and that he didn't want to mess up his family and this and that.
He kept it a secret.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck ass nigga.
But you not once did you ever do anything about it either.
Yeah.
And you knew about it.
Yeah.
So you're basically
an enabler. Right?
No, they call it something else. You're like associated.
Yeah.
You're a compass to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was damn near.
Because he was around him. He was signed with him.
Yeah.
So for you to be signed with somebody and you know they're doing wrong, you know, in the worst way possible, and for you to keep it a secret and not say nothing, that's wrong for you.
Did you hear about him marrying his daughter's best friend?
Who's?
SPM?
No.
He divorced Carolyn Rodriguez and
he divorced her because she was
with Mr. Capone and shit.
No, they said supposedly because she was at the thing that they host in Houston for him. That they were selling weed to the kids. Well, not the kids, but like the teenagers. And he didn't want that.
Is that so?
So he left her for that.
What I seen was she was partying with Mr. Capone and that nigga Lazy Dub from Arizona. And they picked up the phone when SPM started talking shit with him off Carolyn's phone. You see that?
No.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. She was with Mr. Capone and some Arizona rapper named Lazy Dub. She was partying with them fools. SPM come from prison and Mr. Capone and this other nigga picked up talking shit to his ass.
Yeah.
That's why they divorced.
Yeah, because I started TikTok, I think last year or the year before. Or when did it come out?
This was like 3 years ago.
TikTok, huh?
No, TikTok?
No, yeah, when did TikTok
TikTok's been around for like 5-6 years. As far as I know.
See, bro, I'm late on everything.
Yeah, you gotta look into it. It's on video.
Well, I have TikTok, but the thing is, because I started it, started it last year, the year before. And, you know, on there, they upload a lot of photos and stuff like that, and pictures and videos, you know. And there's times that, you know, like you said, there's videos that pop out. You know, even on my Facebook. I mean, I follow Juan Gotti on Facebook, and I can see the stuff that he posts. You know what I mean? I've seen the diss tracks that he's put out. I've seen the interview that he did talking about SPM. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. If you're around it and you see somebody,
why don't you say nothing and step
bro,
up?
you in your mind, you're gonna think, what if that was my sister?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't put hands on somebody.
Straight up.
I ain't gonna keep it a secret. That's wrong. What if that was your, you know, like I said, your sister, your niece, or somebody?
Yes, sir. You damn right.
If you look at it that way, then you would have done something.
Straight up. That's 1,000. That's 100%.
But now, if you're just gonna sit there and watch it happen and not say nothing, then what kind of friend are you?
Straight the fuck up. That's real spill right there.
Or what kind of person, really, in reality, are you?
That's the first intake right there. That's real spill right there. What's your thoughts on Lefty Gunplay?
I don't know. I really don't even think the dude can rap.
Do you like him? He can rap, right?
No.
He's a piece of shit. I mean, like, bro, lyrically,
lyrically, yes. Because if
he might be a good dude.
Because if you look at it,
might be a good homie.
Kendrick just used them as
for hype. It's because California love. It's just a California thing.
Yeah, but he only used them for the chorus.
The four little. It's not even a chorus. It's like a lullaby.
Yeah,
so niggas asleep and shit.
He only used them for that, Lefty thinking that he was gonna get an actual feature with Kendrick Lamar.
So you don't fuck with Lefty Gunplay?
Mm-mm.
He can't rap?
Uh-uh.
You see that shit he did in El Paso?
Yep.
Like
Bro,
43 grams of meth in his ass.
Yeah, I seen that.
It was like 40 something grams. Straight in the motherfucking prison pocket.
Bro, that's something else.
That's terrible.
I mean, for somebody to do that to me, I mean, because I've never been.
You gotta be loose up in there.
Yeah.
You gotta be desperate, nigga.
He
Well,
got,
not even, bro. You got. Yeah,
I heard he told his homies to spit on it.
He probably did, but
They're here, big local, spit on that shit.
instead of Juice WRLD was a good rapper.
That nigga's the man.
He was badass when I started listening to
I
him.
fuck with you so tough.
But see, there's a difference. Lefty Gunplay put it somewhere it shouldn't even been. See, Juice WRLD, he ate him.
He ate that shit like
An
that's
overdose.
gangster.
You know what I mean?
That's
He-
gangster.
He ran off that plane, bro, and ate him and dropped.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
If you're gonna be that weird person, and no, there's something funny about you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it didn't have to happen in prison or something like that. It
Anywhere.
could have been anywhere. It could have been when you were younger. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
Everybody has a backstory.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Backstory.
Nobody understand nowadays.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Are you familiar with Swifty Blue?
Swift. Yeah.
You see that shit that happened with him recently?
In reality, bro. To be honest, I'm really not in too much into like politics and stuff like
Well,
that.
let me tell you what's going on with his ass. So back in 2023, he got arrested over some gun charges, felon in possession, right? So while he was in jail, he got stabbed and beat the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. 19 people got indicted for So 19 people got arrested and indicted, and people in prison, prisoners, they got arrested for attempted murder on his life. So apparently the Mexican mafia ordered a hit on his ass. So the Mexican mafia was trying to kill him, and the only reason he survived is because he got released. Right that after they didn't kill him,
Yeah.
he got shanked and beat up. Right after that, they released his ass. So there's a Mexican mafia hit on him right now. 19 mafia gang members charged in a conspiracy to murder LA rapper Swifty Blue. Thank you. That's my fact checker right there. So yeah, he's a marked man, and he's been hiding in Arizona lately.
They're gonna find him.
Yeah. What do you think about that, man?
They're gonna find him.
Uh-huh.
You know, mafia, Mexican mafias, don't matter who it is, cartel, whatever, bro. If
And
it has to do with Mexicans, they're gonna find you.
And it's the same niggas who killed Money Side Sway. You know who that is?
No.
Money Side Sway was a young artist at the age of 23 years old. They called him the Mexican Kodak Black.
Mhm.
He was hard. I would bump his music, nigga. He was hard as fuck, bro. He's a good artist. They killed him in the shower with a box cutter because he didn't want to play politics and be extorted for money.
Mm-hmm.
But they on the jail phone, on the prison phone, they said, "Get this nigga like we did Money Side Sway." What you think about that, dog? What you think about the gang life in general? What you think about these little niggas trying to be gangsters and shit?
It's not the same as when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot different now, and it's a lot easier for a kid to get a hold of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Back then, it was a little bit harder for us.
Yeah, you damn right.
You know what I mean? We basically fought.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Eric knows. Like I said, you know, the skating ring was the spot, and that was for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But then you got, you know, different sides and stuff like that. But hey, we always banged it out.
Now these little niggas got switches and extensions on the
yeah.
Glock.
Now they just want to put a body in the ground.
They don't even trying to fight.
Mm-mm. And for what? Next thing you know, you behind, you in a room with 4 walls and 1 door
Right.
for the rest of your life.
With Tyrone.
You damn right.
With Tyrone.
Yeah, but Brody.
You know, and if you look at it, a person that does it that's, around, say, 18 to 25,
Yeah.
around that age, that's a young age.
Mm-hmm.
You get charged as an adult, you're doing life in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You done wasted all your life. And for what?
All right, brother. That's crazy shit, man. Let me ask you this: who's your favorite California Mexican artist? And then tell me who's your Texas Mexican artist, your favorite.
If I had to go Cali, that's Mexican.
Mexican, not half breed.
No, straight up Mexican is CNG.
Not
bro.
Pakistan.
Shout out to CNG.
Not half Argentina and shit.
CNG full Mexican though.
From Cali?
Yeah.
CNG?
Yeah.
Who's this?
It's a Mexican rapper.
Is he new?
Nah, he's been on.
Okay, I got you.
Pull him up.
Is he on YouTube?
Yeah.
I got you.
Just put his biography.
No,
Yeah.
you just put CNG.
I got you on YouTube.
We don't gotta listen to me. I just wanna know who he is.
Okay.
CNG, he's
Yeah.
an old head. Old school?
No, he's not old. He's
CMG?
yeah. He's young. I think he's like 30 something, bro.
No way, that's young.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm about to be 30 something.
He's young. We both barely gonna be
He's an
30.
artist, right?
How old are you, G?
28.
28? I'm 27, man.
See?
When's your birthday?
The 4th of November.
Okay. You a Thanksgiving baby.
29.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
God damn, I'm gonna be 28 in like 2 weeks.
Bro, I'm a
CMG.
90s baby. I'm a 96 baby.
Let me see who this guy is. Let me see who this guy is. CNG. CMG?
No.
Look, let me look at it.
No, CMG, that's Yo Gotti shit, cuz.
No, but this is California artist, right?
No. His name's CN.
CN?
Yeah.
Oh, CNG.
Yeah, CNG. This Yo Gotti shit. Okay, so is any artist from...
He from Memphis, bro. He from Atlanta.
Yeah, that's
what I heard.
If I had to choose someone from Atlanta, it's gonna be Dolph.
Oh, it's Dolph!
You know what I mean?
Don't play with me.
Dolph.
Play with your bitch. Alright, CNG is a rap artist from Pomona, California.
Yeah.
He recently dropped a new single called Mexicano, which is the company visuals. He's also known for previewing a new visual called Mud. According to a genius, he is an upcoming artist from Pomona, California. He's an upcoming artist. So I guess I'm gonna check him out. At this podcast, I check him out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go by your word. So who's your favorite Mexican artist
In Texas,
in Texas?
I got 2,
Okay.
and I gotta give it to that Mexican OT and D baby.
Ooh wee! One more time.
Like for real,
Who winning the fight?
Mexican OT.
Damn, you see how he did that bull?
Who would win in a fight?
You see how he did that bull though?
Don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong.
I think D baby take them Zans and get knocked out.
D baby cool. He's good.
Nah, Mexican OT gonna rush it. Pick your ass up.
I think he go for the legs, go for takedown, start wailing on his ass.
Yep.
But fucking
You see that beef that he got going on with Lefty right now?
yeah, Lefty's being a hater. He don't want nobody want to give him a feature and shit.
Oh, now he wanted. But I seen last time he was on a podcast, and he was saying that now he's doing free features to all the female artists
Lefty said?
in Cali.
Who said that?
Lefty. He's giving one to Jenny 6ix9ine.
The pussy the wettest.
And then
The pussy the wettest.
Now he's trying to give one to Crystal Poppin from Houston.
No, she's from El Paso.
Well, she did, but she's in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah, because she signed with GT Garza.
Is she now?
Yeah.
GT Garza?
GT Garza signed her, bro, and brought her.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
GT Garza. That motherfucker, I remember the first time I seen him, I thought he was youngin'. But that nigga like 30 something, and that was back in the day.
Yeah.
He probably like 39 right now or something.
He's
But he
around
look
there.
like a youngin'.
Yeah, he's young.
He looked like one, but he's not.
Yeah, GT Garza goes off hard, bro.
He does. I fuck with him. I like him.
If I had to choose a song, it'll be Body On.
Yes. Yes, sir. Okay, man. We got 2 major fights tonight. All right.
Who we got?
We got Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Who you got? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
That's a tough one.
They're gonna fight tonight, G.
That's a tough one though.
It's tonight.
I know, but it's a tough one though.
Tell me what you talking about. Who you got?
Because if Chavez is gonna come out like he did with Canelo, thinking he was gonna whoop him, he not gonna whoop him.
I don't remember the fight he did with Canelo.
No, bro, Canelo ragdolled him, bro. He embarrassed him in front of his dad.
Well, see?
You know what I mean? Canelo embarrassed Chavez in front of his dad.
In my opinion, nigga, I think Jake Paul gonna knock this nigga out.
I think so too.
Woo!
That's what I'm saying. If Chavez don't come with it, Paul
He'll knock him out.
He gonna lay him down.
And supposedly he has Chavez has 2 years not partying, not doing coke, not drinking, and he's on his A game. But I think Jake Paul's gonna.
But Jake Paul ain't never done that because he's been a YouTuber.
Hey, but damn right, the last real boxer he fought, he lost to, and that was Tommy Fury.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but he want to run it back though.
Who does? Tommy? Tommy want to run it back, but Jake Paul ain't said nothing.
Nah, Jake Paul don't want to say nothing.
He ain't saying a word.
He don't want to take that loss.
You damn right. So you got Jake Paul?
I got Jake Paul, bro.
By knockout?
By
Homie
TKO.
says no.
By TKO.
TKO or decision? Both.
I think decision.
I say both.
Okay. All right. We got another major fight coming up tonight. And it's in the UFC. Do you watch the UFC?
Not really.
Okay. Well, we got Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira. He's a 2-time champion. I think in the middleweight division or something. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't fucking slash me in the comments. But yeah, Ilia Topuria from Spain versus Charles Oliveira.
And Oliveira's from right here.
He's from Brazil.
He's from Brazil.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker. But Ilia Topuria is a bad motherfucker too.
Yeah, I gotta go with Brazil, brother.
Okay, that's nice.
I gotta go with Brazil.
That's what's up, brother. That's what's up. I feel you on that, man.
What else you got on there?
That's everything. That's everything. Is there anything else you want to say to the young niggas, to the old heads? You want to promote anything? Any upcoming events? Shout people out. You know, show people love before we wrap it up, my man.
Yeah. No, like I said, Bullies After Dark, August 9th. You got a double TCBR sanction show. What a Bully Creation Fun show. I got the homie Blake Ashmore coming out with the Stack League. Anthony Elsway coming out with the best mega line as well. And a couple more other stuff that we're putting together as well for the kids and stuff. Some people, a lot of us do it for the kids.
Yes.
We bring out jumpers, we bring out face paintings and stuff like that.
And that's what's going to be at the Bullies After Dark?
Yeah, Bullies After Dark is going to be in Andrews, Texas at the Ace Arena.
And you'll have all that for the children?
I'm looking into it right now.
Uh-huh.
I got a guy that we usually use for for jumpers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna see what he's gonna. He runs pretty cheap. He runs pretty good though. I think it's like one something for a whole day. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man.
But I got to get with the arena and make sure they'll actually allow jump houses inside the arena.
That's what's up, brother.
Because some places don't. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, brother.
So I got to get that going and just hopefully everything falls in line. You know what I mean? We still got booths available as well. $150, $50 to lock in. Any booth you need, any booth you want. Comes with 3 rest bands, 4 dogs. You know what I mean?
Okay, and if anybody wants a dog from you,
if anybody
can they find you at?
They can find me at Bobby Hernandez on Facebook. They can find me at Hosmade Bully Camp on Instagram. Hosmade Bully Camp on TikTok as well.
Hosmade, baby.
And I mean that's pretty much all the platforms that I have for my dog promotions. That's everything that I put out there. As you see, I share other people's shows. I share my show. I share my dog. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's networking. Getting your feet wet, putting in the footwork. None of this comes easy.
All right. Before we wrap it up, I got one more question to ask you. Is there anybody you know locally Lee County, Andrews, Texas, West Texas. Is there a bully breeder that you look up to?
Around here, I do. For the exotics, I do. But he's down in Odessa. His name is Rene Puentes.
Rene Puentes.
Yeah, Puentes Bullies.
Uh-huh.
Puentes Bullies. He's out of Odessa, Texas. He does a lot with the exotics. Is something like I said. I'm new to the exotics. So I'm still learning on them. But I do know some about the knowledge of them, their breeds and stuff like that, their standards. And I look up to him. I ever need questions. I ever have questions or whatever. He's a guy that I go to for them.
That's what's up, brother.
For as in like pocket size bullies. I did my homework. I do my homework still to this day, learning, trying to improve and do better.
That's what's up.
I got a homie. Shout out to Bo. He lives in Eunice. He fucks with the XLs, bro. He fucks with the XLs and the standards. He has a fucking hell of a yard right now. He bred one female. He has 2 badass pups, but they are not for grabs right now. But he will have future breedings coming here pretty soon for next year as well.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, bro. If I need a bully, I'm definitely gonna hit you up, man. Definitely, you're gonna be the main guy I talk to.
Most definitely, just let me know. I mean, it depends on what size you're looking for. We might not have it all.
If I look for something, it's gonna be like this guy. Tell you what.
Hey, he calm and collect, bro. You seen him?
Yes, sir. He ain't try to buy me not once.
And you ain't crying or sneezing.
Yeah, I ain't sneezing or wheezing. Shit, I like that.
He ain't had an allergic reaction since he's been
straight up, nigga.
And he's been on him.
Yeah, straight up. That's good. Hey, that's A+ to me, G.
Yeah, but that's like I told it's because he stays inside.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He goes outside to eat and stuff like that. He plays around with the bigger dogs and runs around and stuff like that. He still rolls in the dirt, but at the end of the day, you don't see nothing coming off of him.
Yeah,
something like this, he's more delicate. Like I said. It's better to take them out early in the morning and later in the afternoon. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, bro. I'm definitely gonna hit you up if I need one. And if anybody looking, I'm gonna tell him to come to you.
Yeah, like I said, he's 10 inches tall with a 20-inch head. Bro,
I love him, bro. It's all fucking nice.
That's what's up, brother. Well, we gonna wrap it up here. And that's another episode of Change My Mind podcast. It's your boy Dubbo, E-Ro behind the camera, and we got Bully Bobby Hernandez. Y'all tune in with us next time. Y'all like, subscribe, and hit that bell for me, man. We're gonna tap with you next time. Y'all be safe.